Only recently I feel like I'm actually becoming more awake. All this time I've been just lost in thoughts, and when you're lost in your thoughts, bad stuff happens. Because when you're lost in your thoughts, you lose time. You convince yourself that it's okay to not go to gym. You convince yourself that it's okay to eat junk food, that it's okay to sleep late, stuff like that. And that all comes from being lost in your thoughts. And I've always been lost in my thoughts. And I feel like everyone is lost in their thoughts because that's just how it works. And I heard somebody else explain it properly, where it was that we're lost in our thoughts for an evolutionary advantage, because when we're lost in our thoughts, it's actually for us to model future scenarios, so we can perform better in future scenarios, and for us to learn from past scenarios. So getting lost in thoughts is completely natural, but when you're always in your own head, you don't operate with 100% focus. You don't operate with 100% appreciation as well. And that's what I was thinking. I'm thinking I'm in the good old days right now, but if I'm always lost in my thoughts, it just goes like that. Like right now I'm 16. I turned 16 in January, and this genuinely feels like the longest period of time I've been awake for. And maybe it's because I'm still young. I haven't fully experienced anything else. But when I was 15, I can't even remember when I was 15. I can remember when I was 14. When I was 15, it went by so fast because I was worried with school. I was worried with what other people think of me. Like, as everyone is, this is just, I was worried of like, what's going to happen tomorrow. I was worried what's going to happen tonight. I was worried what happened last time, an argument I had last week, what I could have said. Just stuff like this. Or like, I was scrolling in social media and my mind was never actually here. And it wasn't coordinated with my body and what I was doing. And instead it was thinking about something else. And this year I've definitely made that change because I've started meditating more. And I've started making a conscious effort. I've started reading the Bible, different stuff like that, and thinking about that stuff. Because when your mind is always thinking about, I need to be mindful, I need to be present, I want to make a change, I want to do this, then it happens more naturally rather than trying to force yourself to do it. So like I said, right now, all I'm doing is I'm literally on the grind. Not even 24/7, more. I think I found a perfect balance, honestly. I want to appreciate this right now and I want to do it with positive mindset only, because I know a lot of people, they've got like this hustler mindset, alpha, wolf, lone, sigma mindset. And I was thinking that that doesn't do anything except make them feel agitated. Like, you know, when you're going on a run and as you're running, the stress builds up and up and up and up. And especially if you're running with the wrong form, stress builds up in your legs, it builds up in your chest, and sometimes it builds up in your neck as well. That's what it's like grinding with the wrong mindset. But when you grind with a positive mindset and every day you go to bed positive and you've got other people around you who know you're grinding and who support you, and when I'm documenting this journey as well, so I'm conscious of what I'm doing because I know you will see it and I know other people see it, especially like I know me in the future will see it, and everybody. I'm hoping I'll become famous. Everybody in the future, if they watch my old videos, they'll see this. So I'm kind of conscious of what I'm doing now, and it's really good to document the journey. It's really good to be awake. It's really good to be conscious of all these things, which I'm glad about. That's why I'm making the video about. So another thing is to slow down and realize how much time we've got in a day, because sometimes when your mind is going 100 miles an hour. This morning I had it so much. I woke up around 9 a.m. and I was like, okay, I need to do this. And I literally woke up, I went, brushed my teeth, and I just like, sat on my bed. Because normally I sit on my bed and I meditate. And sometimes I sit down to meditate. And when you meditate, you're supposed to notice the thoughts and you're supposed to come back to observing your body. But when I meditated, some days anyway, for the first half of today's session, I was literally just thinking about other stuff. And it's just the wildest stuff. It could be happening. What happened yesterday? What happened last year? What happened? I don't know. What's going to happen tomorrow? Or what I need to do today? And it's just stuff like this. I don't even think about it, but you just start thinking about it. It's like just before you go to sleep, you just like some random thoughts just come into your head. So we actually have a lot more time than you think if you slow down your brain. Because when your brain is going 100 miles per hour, then time goes 100 miles per hour as well. When you slow down your brain, even right now, I feel like time is just going so slow, but it's in such a nice way. When I'm speaking to the camera right now. I can hear the cars outside, and it's so peaceful. I can hear the silence, like, you know, the sound of silence in your ears. So peaceful. Anyway, I've written down on my post-it notes, I'm going to try get better content as well. Because when I say I'm on the grind, I'm running my business. I don't really care about school that much, but I can try and get good A levels because it won't be too hard. I'm trying to so business, school should be down here actually, but business, school, Muay Thai. I want to become like Muay Thai champion, maybe like British champion or world champion. Who knows? Or just really super skilled and really good, talented. So business, school, Muay Thai. What else? Famous. That's a big one. I want to be famous as well. Everyone's got to start somewhere. So I thought if I start documenting the journey at 16, which is super early for some people, and for other people it's normal. If I start documenting the journey now, it'll be a good base. You got to be awake when you're grinding, and because people think to themselves like when they see like beautiful sunset or something, oh, I really want to enjoy this, or when they've got like a next level experience, they want to enjoy that. But then you've got to enjoy it every day because right now is the best. Right now is the least busy you'll ever be. Actually, I should say that because. I noticed that when I have a big task. It's not even due, but I've just had it's got no deadline. I've just got a big task, and it's on my to-do list. That's why I'm not going like this. But every weekend, I set it to every weekend. Like today's Sunday, it was due Saturday, and I've just set it to next weekend because I feel like I'll have more time next weekend. But then I realized this morning that I'm never going to be as free as I am now. I've got to be awake instead of being on autopilot because some people on autopilot wake up, you're lost in thoughts already. You brush your teeth, you're not even thinking about brushing your teeth, you're just brushing your teeth. And how many mornings do you waste like that? Until you finish uni. And actually, I was thinking about this, right? Some people are way more experienced than other people. I'm not going to name them, but I know a few people who their whole life they look like they've been on autopilot. They've been born. People have told them what to do since growing up. They went to school. They fit in with the crowd. They weren't really popular, you can tell. Then they went to university. They weren't really popular. They just tried to fit in again. Got their degree. Joined a job. They weren't really popular. They just tried to fit in again. And they've literally been on autopilot this whole time. They watch TV every night. And they've never really, they're not really awake. You know what I'm saying? Like they're literally like an NPC. But these people, even though they're 70 and 80, or maybe like 60 maybe, and they've just retired, they look so old. But then a 30-year-old who, I don't know, maybe he finished A levels, he went to uni, he started a business, he's traveling the world and he's doing all this stuff. And he's literally doing new stuff every single day. He's more experienced than that 70-year-old or 60-year-old, which is crazy. I was thinking about that because one guy has been on autopilot his whole life. His whole life, he's been on autopilot, and the other guy's been awake. And maybe he's on autopilot as well, who knows? But I'm guessing he's awake if you're that successful because really you've got to be awake to be successful. So I just want to be awake, if I'm being honest. So it's not even about being awake, it's about zooming out and seeing the bigger picture. And you feel so calm when you realize that. Like I've been reading books that are about changing your paradigm, changing your reality. Because if you're thinking about something 24/7, then obviously, and if you take actions that are going to take you towards that goal, then obviously it's going to happen, obviously, right? But yeah, you got to stay on track and you've got to stay present in your mind, and you've got to think of your mind and your body as one. So sometimes you feel like your mind is different to your body, or sometimes you feel like your consciousness is separate to your thoughts. But you've got to realize that everything is one within you. And when you realize that everything is one within you, everything coordinates so much better. And all of that noise stops. And you can focus so much better. Yeah, I guess what I'm chasing is the knowledge. I'm chasing the knowledge that will change my life. I don't even know. Anyway, I just want to zoom out and I'll see the bigger picture. Like right now, I see a bigger picture than what I saw when I was 15. Every day when I was 15, it's like tunnel vision. You can't see anything else apart from your life. You can only see, I'm going to school. What do my friends think of me? What does my teacher think of me? What does everyone think of me? What am I going to do when I get home? What am I going to eat? Social media, scroll, that distracts you. Oh, I've got homework due. And your mind is 100 miles per hour with useless small things. And when you zoom out and you see the bigger picture and you see what really matters is the inputs that you're putting into your dream. So for me, my dream is business. Not everyone's dream will be business. For some people, their dream would just be traveling to a country having a good family. But you've got to zoom out and see and think, what do you really want? And for me, I really want money. Other people, they might not really want money. I just actually really want money. I'm not even for anything special. I just really want money. Definitely don't want a job, that's for sure. But I just really want money. So now that I'm becoming more awake and I'm trying to become more awake, and still I don't think I'm fully awake because right now I've been meditating for just over a year now. Every day consistently meditating over a year now. I still don't feel like I'm properly awake. I still feel like there's a certain level that I'm at right now, and there's different levels above that. But at the end of the day, everyone's free to do what they actually want to do. It's just, I'm making this video I don't even know, to document my thoughts, and hopefully when I'm super rich. Because I'm starting this journey pretty early, 16, and I've already got a very good foundation built. I might go into right now I've got an online business, I might go into real life business, become some next level industry leader. But everyone's free to do what they want. I just want to put this out there to document. It shouldn't be on autopilot. And I used to think of it like this. So for me, I needed to do outreaches every day to get clients before I even had any clients. Well, actually, no, before I had more than 5 clients, I used to need to do outreach, like need to. Otherwise, I'd stay on 5 clients. And I used to think to myself every day before bed, there was a solid 2-week period where I didn't do any outreaches. And every day in that 2-week period, I think to myself, this is another day I have just died slowly and I haven't grown at all. My business has just died slowly. Because with clients, what happens is when you get a client, usually they start off really strong and it can go like up and down, up and down, up and down. But genuinely, the trend is downwards until they stop working with you. So for some clients, this is like over a year. I've been working with some clients over a year now. To some clients, straight after the first month, they were like, "Oh, this isn't for me," and then we stopped the service. So back then, when I was on 5 clients, I knew that 3 of those clients were going to continue, 2 of them were not. And I woke up, and first thing I did was client work, and I just was so busy the entire day. I didn't do outreach at all. And I thought to myself when I went to bed, this is another day that I've just died. Because if I carry on like this for like 2 months, 3 months, eventually all of my clients are going to leave, and I've got 0 clients. So outreach was the most important part for me. So similar to that, every day that you're not on autopilot, every day you're not awake is another day that you've just slowly died. But if you're awake, you just have so much energy and you have so much focus and you have so much presence that it's hard to replace anything else with. You can have as much money as you want, but if you're lost in your thoughts and your energy isn't here with you, then it's very hard to work, you could say. It's like I'm a philosopher or something. I feel like I've got so much to say. Like when I'm lost in my thoughts, I can imagine myself saying 3,000 different next level game changing points, because I've been reading this book about shifting your paradigm and shifting your reality and zooming out, seeing the bigger picture. And I wish I could just remember it all right now, but I just can't remember it. And I wrote down this, oh, you can't see it, but I wrote down this on a post-it note, and I've covered it all pretty much. So hope you found some value. Hope you got entertained by this little short snippet. Subscribe, let me know what you think in the comments as well.